Why did you choose the characters that you did? Why did you choose to tell it through their eyes? You've got a French boy, and then another boy who's half Mi'kmaq and half French. Why did you choose that perspective? Or what led
Well,
to your
in a
choice?
lot of ways, I think that I relate to both. It's my own heritage. My ancestor came from France
Right.
10 generations ago, Jean Roy, and he married a woman who was a Malicite. Relates to them both. Both a native who's spending a lot of time out in the wilderness of Nova Scotia, because as a boy and as a teenager, I hate to say it now because I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat meat, but when I was a teenager, I went out with a rifle in the woods and I went hunting and I shot animals and I slept outside a lot in the wintertime in places that were very cold, and I was, but still I really love the woods and of Nova Scotia, and I'm well acquainted with what it's like to be in the woods in the wintertime.
Right.
And I love the animals. I don't hunt anymore, of course. But I also relate to the scholarly character, Jacques, coming from France. I love visiting Europe. I love France. And I love the books that he would have studied, Voltaire and earlier authors like Boethius, a Latin philosopher. So you know, you have the learned youth,
Yeah.
and you have the more natural youth who's surviving off the land. And I personally relate to both of those characters,
Right.
so it was fun to create both. You have a young man, 15, who is, some people call him a pacifist. He isn't really a pacifist. It's just that he believes in, you know, the might of the sword, the might of the pen over the might of the sword, and he believes in ideas. And he actually is very patriotic, but he thinks the future of France lies in ideas. And you know, and he loves books and he loves music, culture. And then you have his father, who's a chauvinist, really, you know, who loves war. The greatest thing to do is to die in battle. So they're really obviously conflicted, their views. And then you have Two Feathers, who is in some ways the ultimate warrior, selfless, courageous, and yet at the same time his mental process, his ethics are closer in a sense to, like, not pacifism, but again to a more spiritual alignment, so to speak, for lack of a better word.